But before we go across to Sameet, let's pull up the trading action as we are seeing it across individual options contracts. Now, 10,400 is the level that we are seeming to defend, because the writers are now coming at the 10,400 put level as well, which is the good thing, because we've seen the put base shifting significantly higher of this market, and now, I mean, writers are quite aggressive at writing higher put levels and seem to be quite comfortable, because there seems to be a lot of cushion as well for them to go ahead and take the risk of absorbing that as well. I'll give you a quick snapshot of how the premiums are panning out to be. So in today's session, there's not a major move. You're seeing the 10,400 put trading at a premium of 100 rupees. It has gone up only by around 3 odd rupees in today's session. But on the higher call side as well, if we take a look at the 10,500 call and how that is doing, I mean, the premium is not again moving very majorly there. If anything, it's a little lower. So that's trading at around 89 rupees, and the 10,500 call premium has contracted by around 20 odd %. So today is a session where we are seeing some kind of consolidation and writing happen at the 10,500 call level, not by a very big quantum, because the writers are also writing higher call levels of around 10,700. As you can see on this plate, 10,700 is the most accretive. So, I mean, that's the broad range that we're looking at now, 10,700 on the higher side, and some support coming in at the 10,300 and 10,400 put levels. But the biggest open interest concentration that is still at the 10,000 put level, which is 53, but 10,200 is emerging strongly as the next level of support. I mean, should we see more incremental writing today? It's added almost 2.93 lakh shares in open interest. So that's where we are as far as the Nifty overall index performance is concerned. Now, if we take a look at the FIIs, they started the series with 70% long positions. They're down to 67 or 67 odd, but that seems to be quite fair in terms of the distribution. And there has been a very significant long call build up in yesterday's session. So the long call contracts have gone up, and this is across indices. I mean, Nifty, and more importantly, the Bank Nifty. And if you take a look at the put writing, that has been more aggressive than the call writing. So it clearly is a kind of a positive market that we are dealing with. FIIs have bought worth almost 1,000 crores in yesterday's session. So the cues seem to be positive, at least at the index level. Sameet, what's the view on the Nifty as well as the Bank Nifty? I mean, given the fact that we've risen so much and now we are in uncharted territory on both these indices, we have a lot of time value left in the premiums as well. What would the strategy be from here on? Are we likely to consolidate in a range for a bit, or if at all, do you think that some tactical short positions could work out for the next week or next fortnight?
Yeah, 10,400 certainly seems to be a very strong support. As you rightly pointed out, 10,400 put riders are quite active, not today, since last couple of days. So 10,300 and 10,400 have added a decent amount of positions of put writing. So that suggests that the base is getting shifted higher. Now immediately 10,400 seems to be a very strong support, and on the higher side now 10,480, 10,500 is the resistance level to watch out for. So as far as Nifty is concerned, we believe that Nifty may consolidate a bit and gradually move towards its important resistance zone, where there's a possibility of some kind of profit booking happening. But if we have to trade at this particular juncture in any of the indices, we'll certainly pick Bank Nifty. Clearly, after a long underperformance, we saw a decisive breakout in Bank Nifty yesterday, beyond 25,200, 25,300 on a closing basis. And it is now trading around those levels. So at least for today's expiry, the options expiry, 25,400 seems to be a very strong support. And on the higher side, 25,600 is the immediate resistance level to watch out for. So if we have to pick any of from this indices, certainly we'll go with Bank Nifty, wherein we'll see a decent risk to reward ratio. It is trading around its important support level. So one can place a stop loss somewhere around 25,390 on a closing basis and go long here in Bank Nifty. We would expect Bank Nifty to at least retest 25,600, 25,650 levels.
All right. Let's talk about individual stocks as well and put the focus on pharma, Sameet, because there's news specific stock reaction as well. So Divi's Lab is the top gainer, 15.7% higher. There's Biocon, Aurobindo, DRL, Wockhardt, Sun Pharma, Ajanta, Torrent, and Glenmark, and Lupin as well. Cadila also. I mean, you name it, any pharma counters going up today. So anything that from this entire pack looks good, at least for this series?
See, as a disclosure, 3 days back, we recommended three stocks from pharmaceutical space. That is Divi's Lab 920 call option. Then we recommended Oro Pharma in option segment along with Wockhardt 660 call options. So all these three calls are active, among which DBs have already hit our target. So we have booked out DBs. But still, from this space, Wockhardt, Lupin, or a pharma certainly looks good. If we have to pick any one now, we'll certainly go with Wockhardt. It can be bought in cash segment since it's in ban. So we'll go long in Wockhardt for a target of say 700, 705. Clearly, the stock has come out of its concession zone last Friday. It's been consolidating around it. Its important support level, but today we are seeing a good traction in this counter. So we would go long with a stop loss of 648 and target would be around 705.
All right. Apart from this, Sameet, what would your other picks be?
See, apart from that, Sun TV looks good. On Friday also we saw a decent long build up, and day before yesterday also there was good positive traction in this count. So we would expect Sun TV to move higher from current level. 892 is the level we are watching for. One can go long with a stop loss of 827, and there's a short call in GSFC. We believe that the stock has already run up quite a lot in the near term. At least in the shorter term, we would expect some kind of profit booking happening. 160 seems to be a major resistance level. So we would go short in this particular counter for a target of 150, not major, aggressive targets as such, but 150 is the level that we are looking for. So it can one can go short at current level, keeping the strict stop loss around 160.
Okay, let's pull up some other counters that are seeing some weakness today. Tech Mahindra, after reporting numbers, is on the downward trend. It's down 4.1%. Numbers came out yesterday. Just before closing. Union Bank is down 3.9, JP Associates is down over 3, Indocount, Voltas, JSW Energy as well, and Hindalco, which reports numbers I suppose tomorrow, if memory serves me right, that's also seeing some weakness. Vedanta reports numbers today, so that's from the aluminium and copper exposure. Any names from these that you would see as shorting candidates?
No, as far as IT is concerned, Tech Mahindra, yes, today we are seeing some kind of short build up in this particular counter. But if we have to pick anything from IT space, we'll certainly go with HCL Tech among large cap names and Mindtree in mid caps names. HCL Tech certainly looks good. 830, 835 seems to be a very strong support, and we would expect some kind of bounce back in HCL Tech towards at least 875, 880. So one can think of going long at current level. Apart from that, Mindtree certainly looks good, which has already corrected quite a lot in last couple of weeks. But 470, 465 seems to be a very strong support zone, and we would expect some kind of bounce back from current level. 490, 495 levels that we are expecting in days to come. One can go long at current level. 464 would be the stop loss.
All right, Sameet, we're going to leave it at that, but thank you so much for joining in and giving us your view on the index as well as what your individual stock specific recommendations and strategies are. Ram